Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Free Hammers. We've signed a couple of players. One of them we already had, but we've made permanent, and I just wanted to give my reaction to that. And obviously, we've got another guy in on loan, which we'll talk about during this video. So, Said Benrahma has been made permanent. You know my feelings. Anyone who watches this channel know it's a player that I wanted. There was between Eze and Benrahma. Eze looks like he's a really good player for Palace, but I've been really impressed with Benrahma, and I think now lifting this weight of, am I going to be here? Am I not going to be here? Will Moyes take me? Will Moyes not take me? Do I fancy it myself? We may start seeing even better performances from him. His performances are getting better and better every time. He is creating chances. At the end of the day, he can't be the one who puts the ball in and then puts it in himself. Antonio's got to put those chances in, and the players around him have got to start putting the chances in, and those assist numbers will go up because he has got it in his locker to create a chance. A goal will do wonders for him confidence wise, and I think when that first goal comes, it will just take so much pressure off his shoulders. I can't wait to see it, and I'm really happy that he has signed. I think it's a fantastic price for a player that's got so much potential to be a really top player. Yeah, and a relief that it has been done. My only scepticism of it is that I'm hoping that this 20 million is not used as a, well, we've spent all the money now, we can't buy a striker. But yeah, we'll see. So that deal happened, obviously, so that the other man could come in, Mr. Is it Jesse Lingard? Is that his pose? I quite like that. Very clever. It's his initials, isn't it? Jesse Lingard, JNL. Yeah, so the man's coming. Jesse Lingard can play anywhere across the front, left, right, and central. And as David Moyes said in his little clip about him, can play as a false nine. I've always quite liked him. People pick out his England performances again. They were 3 years ago though. That's what we do need to remember. He was a big player for Man United at a time. No one can fault his work rate though. Whether his performances have been slightly lacklustre over the last couple of years, his work rate on the pitch has always been, the standard that you would think that is the first thing that Moyes looks at in a player, in front of the skill, and maybe in front of, their ability wise. I think the first thing Moyes looks at is, do they work hard? And then Jesse can shoot from outside the box. He's a good passer, links up the play. Seems like a good character as well to have around the club. Listen, I'm not going to sit here expecting, Jesse Lingard from 3 years ago. If that happens, well, you know what I mean? He could be, one of our most important players if he has an impact like that. But I do think it makes sense to sign him. 1.5 million loan fee, and we pick up his 70, 80 grand a week wages, whatever it is. The only thing that disappoints me is that there's not an option to buy, apparently. So if he is successful, he potentially could go back to Manchester United, or other clubs might go, well, actually, he's done really good at West Ham in that 6 months. We might pick him up. So remains to be seen, what will happen in terms of if he has a good time at West Ham. But if he has a bad time, he goes back, we've lost nothing apart from the 1.5 million and the wages. But I like him. I know he's a bit of a, 50-50 with the fan base in terms of, but it's a good player. The reason I like it as well, I've said it a couple of times, I look at what Moyes did to Philip Neville at Everton. Philip Neville was always renowned as sort of a bang averagey sort of player at United, dwarfed by the Giggs, the Beckhams, even his brother Gary, Roy Keanes, etc. Went to Everton and, he became Everton captain, stayed there for 10 years and had a real impact, across the defence as a CDM. So if Dave can have that sort of level of coaching on him and, develop him, even, try and save that. He's 28 and good players can play 33, 34. So 4 or 5 years and we get a decent player out of him if we were to sign him permanently, then it could turn out really good. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of Said Benrahma signing permanently and the Jesse Lingard deal. And also, does this affect us getting a striker now? Until next time, guys, come on your wines, keep believing, hit that subscribe button.